On today's episode of Leaked, we're talking Hot Wheels. We're going to talk about Funko Pop, some new action figures that are arriving in people's mailboxes, as well as a toy hunt at the end of the video. All this and more coming up. Welcome to Usualmike Television Toy Showcase channel, and welcome back to another episode of Leaked. You can see the background a little bit different. So if you haven't watched a couple of videos I've had in the past couple of days on my fan mails, wow, check them out now, including this kick-ass giveaway coming up soon. Yeah, the set's all different with the mystery minis and ooh, excellent. Anyway, leave a link to those down below. Today, first bit of information, we've got Hot Wheels stuff. Hot Wheels. Now, I used to collect a lot of Hot Wheels. I was a Hot Wheels collector for a very long time, and every now and again I see some stuff from Hot Wheels that comes up and it's like, wow, it's new again. I'll start off showing what I showed in one of my toy hunt videos, which was a leak thing. The Resistance Hot Wheels. These are the starships they have. A lot different than we're used to with the greys and the browns and the black and the whites. Those colours are gone. Bright colours there. Kaz's Fireball. Very cool. Toradoza's Blue Ace. This is one that looks like it's got golf colours on it, if you know golf oil. And Hot Phazon's Green Ace. Very, very cool. So one of the new images that have popped up recently is something called the Commemorative Series. Now, throw that picture up on the screen. On the side of this thing, it's got a Build a Death Star. So there's segments to building the Death Star as well as collecting your ship. The ship is a Zaymak. A Zaymak is raw metal, and then they just put like a gloss over it. So there's no paint, but there is little minor paint apps on this ship. This is the first one of 9, and that makes the little 9 segments. The thing about 9 tells me there's 9 episodes. So being as this is the Phantom Menace and this is a Naboo Starfighter, does that mean we're going to get a ship from every single episode to build the Death Star? So by the time we get to episode 9 and they're releasing a ship for it, we'll know the name of course, the name of the film. Every episode will have a ship, every episode will have a piece of the Death Star. Fascinating. This is something I'm only speculating that's what's going to happen, but yeah, 9 segments all put together to build your Death Star. Fantastic. Something different, and obviously these commemorative ones are always going to be a little bit more expensive than the stock standard versions of your ships that you get. So I stopped the camera briefly to go and get my starships that are recently hitting the shelves here in Australia, and there you can see the Luke Skywalker Land Speeder. Very cool. The Millennium Falcon. I believe that's the Last Jedi version. I think it is. If it's on there, it's... yeah, it is, yeah. That's seen the last film of Last Jedi. So you can sort of raise Millennium Falcon. And this one, the AAT Battle Tank. Very cool. Much harder to find this one because there's only one per case. I hadn't shown these on any video, so I thought I'd put them into this leak video, talking about Hot Wheels and all that. And also an image has popped up of an all-terrain vehicle. Occasionally I've shown them in the past. This is quite a new one. I found it on Instagram, of Boba Fett. Obviously this is spotted by a toy hunter. I'll put his name on the screen. Found at Walmart. Very cool. It's a little different than on what I'm used to, because normally it's a bit grungy and rougher looking. This very sleek lines. The Boba Fett one, I don't know. Don't want to sound negative, but it doesn't look as cool as, say, there was a Kylo Ren one and the Chewie one. They're really gnarly looking as those monster wheel all-terrain trucks. But hey, if you like it, go out and get yourself one. Moving on to Funko. Funko! In my little travels out and about, I recently found Nippet. That is the new little Ewok baby pop. It's flocked. It is very cute. First time I'd seen it. I also saw the 10-inch Wicket, and that is the price on it, 80 Australian dollars. I knew you were, oh my god, too much. Also, the Red Chrome Vader I'm going to show you another picture of that. Releasing May the 4th. Target exclusive in the US. Very cool. And yesterday was ECCC, Emerald City Comic Con. ECCC. Yeah, that's what I meant. Amazingly, this is quite rare, so take note. There was no Star Wars pops. Every convention we have some form of a Star Wars pop. Some going back a while back, you'd have like multiple ones, you know. I think we had conventions that had multiple pops, but this one, 0. And well, I didn't get a Star Wars pop, but someone called Daniel, fan of the show, I know him in person, like I see him from time to time in my area, and him and his wife Emily, thank you so much. They shouted me this. Shouted me means bought me, if you didn't know, around the world. Look, this is an incredible, far from being a Star Wars pop, but it's a cool design. I like this blue. Very, very cool. I've seen Incredibles 2 once, and I think this is like the good girl turned bad. I don't know. But yeah, the design, I can't even get in there. I want to see the blue in the outside. There's like a big swirly blue thing that looks like that. Very cool. So that's as close as I could show you to anything Star Wars. Fantastic. So pretty much when it comes to pops, the only most recent one that's on its way that has anything to do with Star Wars is this guy, J.J. Abrams, the director. His pop's on the way, so moving on to some action figures. Alright, we recently found out from Hasbro that the Walmart exclusive Lando Calrissian, this is the gift card version, he's going to be released on the 1st of April, and that is not an April Fool's joke, that is legit. He will be out. It is a Walmart exclusive, so I understand it may be difficult to get, but I hope you guys are able to get it. I don't know if it's going to be easily or readily available on pegs, much like the Min Band Trooper, when his vintage card was, oh, it's available, but it took forever for him to hit the pegs. It may be the same thing. Just keep going back and checking. You'll go there for what would feel like months with nothing, and then all of a sudden, hey, there's heaps, because finally they get a shipment, or finally they pull it out from out the back. He'll be available in April. There will be some leaks early. I'm sure some stores don't care and they'll put them out early, and you'll see them very soon on my channel of people finding him on the pegs already. But I want to get this figure. It looks lit. Awesome. Also, Dorkside has shipped out Grievous's, and I think in the UK Darkside Toys did the same thing. And I found a review of, well, one of my mates on YouTube here, Bosk Bounty. He has a review on his channel for Grievous. It looks fantastic. He goes into all the details, articulation, the little side panels, the colours of the eyes, the movement that pulls apart. It's detailed. Check it out. I'll leave a link down below. Bosk Bounty, great YouTuber. 1,200 subscribers now. Good on you, my friend. The only other figure news I've got is, as I said earlier, there's a giveaway coming up. You can win this by watching my channel later on down the track. Dedicated video just for this. It'll be as simple as leaving a like, subscribe, and a comment, and you're entered into the draw. That's how it will be. This action figure pack 2, I didn't say its name. It is the Star Wars Era Pack. Fantastic, fantastic. And with my fan mail of all the mystery minis, oh, aren't they awesome? So thank you, Johnny and Raymond, for those. I am still waiting on Dorkside to send me the 41st Elite Core Clone Trooper. He's coming any day now, any day now. It's like anticipating the birth of a child. Also, it's time for Toy Hunt. Did a couple of the big W's. If you don't know what big W is around the world, that is the Aussie version of Walmart, except we get not even half as much as you get in Walmart. So my first store I visited, chuck that image up, that's outside, there's this big W. Now inside, it looks like this. Yeah, a lot of lightsabers. It's not as fun as you'd think it was. There is vintage for $10. There is still 3 3/4 there. No Black Series at all, but they do have, of course, the archive collection. No IG-88s. The other thing was, ruffling through, I found Rio Durant. Quite difficult to get that figure. he was there. And one that wasn't for $25 was Rose for 3 3/4 inches for $25. It will sit there collecting dust. Okay, on to the next big W, and this is the big news. Galaxy of Adventures is available at Big W. Now, this is the first time I'd seen these things. Now, when I've seen images of Galaxy of Adventures online, I thought the tube was like this, like a nice solid, and I forget in my brain the figures of this big 3 3/4 inch. The tube is tiny. The tube, I put the tube in my hand, it was smaller than those little 200ml cans of Coke. It's like tiny. I was so perplexed from my brain seeing the pictures, because I'd never seen them in person, looking so big. Yeah. People take the photos, and it's literally, here's an example. If I was to show you Porgs right up close, you think, oh, it's Black Series. Look at how huge it is. But when you really factor it down, they're actually really, really tiny. And that's what it felt like with the Galaxy of Adventures. It was like, oh, you see them like up close, and oh, look at this cool picture. And you see them in person, it's like, wow. Little bit. Same with the Galaxy of Adventures. It was tiny. So they had obviously Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker, Jedi Knight, Chewie, and R2-D2. They're all very good figures. I am not collecting them because I have these figures already. They're just repacks from earlier carded figures. If you don't have those earlier carded figures, get them. I am going to get the Grievous. I think it comes in wave 3. That is probably one I will pick up, because I don't have a Grievous in 3.75 inch, unfortunately. And that Grievous looks amazing, so that's the one I'll probably get. You guys can collect them if you want to. $15 a pop, I think it is. Is it 15? Yeah, $15 a pop. And also, the video, chuck that up. There's our $15 a pop things. There's still some sales going on with the small Falcon. There's the $10 vintage, and that big gap there is where the Black Series was in the shop. They are sold out. The archive collection is gone. Completely exhausted. Gone. There's some lightsabers. There's a lot of Snokes. A lot of Snokes. Snoke and Jyn Erso is the only thing left on the pegs there. And there's our Galaxy of Adventures. There's a little tiny 3 3/4 inch Cassian Andor for $17. That's it. The good news for us in Australia, we're starting to get some stuff on the pegs. Like, just starting to, like, here's some new stuff. It's just drip fed to us. And it's in such small quantities that the other stuff that's in massive quantities just sits there and collecting dust. Because those Last Jedi figures from Wave 1 are just, there's so many of them in that store. There's so many. They're not going anywhere anytime fast. Maybe Hasbro should buy them back, repackage them into little Galaxy of Adventure tubes and put it... Just a thought. Anyway, my name's Usualmike. You've been watching Leaked. Thank you so much today. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget about the upcoming giveaway. Here's some quality merch on my Redbubble store. Usualmike says, hit, tap, slap. Leaked and Usualmike television t-shirts. All of this is available on my Redbubble store, along with coffee cups and bags and travel mugs and whatever you like that has my logo on it. Buying from there helps me out and goes towards keeping the channel up and running. Excellent stuff. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Usualmike30 or on Instagram at Usualmike Television. If you have an image on the internet you think I should be aware of, send it through the social medias and I'll get it up here on my channel. Okay, if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, tap the little bell for notifications, slap a like on this video if you've enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. All the best.